An evil and hypnotic spell, the spell of Leviathan, was cast on the black race 6,000 years ago by a being called Kingu, and this is the number one cause of all our problems. Kingu was an old deity, originally from the planet Pluto, who was disagreeable and ruled part of the moon before it broke off from Earth. The spell of Leviathan is a spell of spiritual and mental ignorance, manifesting as religion. Precisely, six ether, monotheistic doctrines, causing us to worship other gods outside of our African race, hence surrounding our power and divinity to those who have been created to destroy us. When you look at the history, the present state, and the future of black people worldwide, we are failing miserably, and that's spiritually, economically, and mentally. You know this when you hear the news, when you look at the infrastructure, the GDP, and all other socio-economic factors. Have you ever asked yourself why Africa is like this? Why black people all across the world are suffering? I want you to think deeply about this if you can. I want you to seriously consider that something has happened on a global scale. I mean, how is it possible that we've had this much bad luck with no letting up? I mean, we've experienced slavery, poverty, famine, drought, war, discrimination, police brutality, colonisation, medical warfare, and it's still going on. This is by design. Something happened thousands of years ago which led us to this state. An evil and hypnotic spell, the spell of Leviathan, was cast on the black race 6,000 years ago by a being called Kingu, and this is the number one cause of all our problems. Kingu was an old deity, originally from the planet Pluto, who was disagreeable. In fact, all of his intentions were evil, and he ruled part of the moon before it broke off from Earth. If you know the truth about what the moon actually is, this will make sense to you. If you don't, it may be harder to understand. The spell of Leviathan is a spell of spiritual and mental ignorance, manifesting as the worship of six ether spirit forces, such as God and Allah. The six ether monotheistic doctrines of Judaism, Christianity and Islam cause us to worship other gods outside of our African race. Hence, surrendering our power and divinity to those who have been created to destroy us. The spell was cast 6,000 years ago, at the beginning of the first moon cycle, and is also called the spell of Kingu, after whom it was cast. Leviathan is described as a dragon or big sea creature. Dr. York, the leader of the United Nubian Nation, has written 2 books. 666, Leviathan, The Beast as the Antichrist, Part 1 and Part 2. The impact of Leviathan is so profound it's supposed to be a 4-part series, but after his incarceration in 2003, they were unable to be released. Leviathan is mentioned in the Bible 4 times, where it is described as a serpent and includes things of a violent nature. Leviathan is also the title of a book by Thomas Hobbes published in 1651. Though it derives its name from the Bible, the book is about political philosophy. The word Leviathan comes from Levi, meaning law, and Athen, another name for the demon deity Sin, who was the father of Ishtar. Leviathan literally means laws of sin. The spell of Leviathan and its complete breakdown is as follows. It is a spell of spiritual and mental ignorance, spiritual ignorance and racial blindness, ignorance and blindness to knowledge of self and kind, sleep of the conscious mind, a giant sex and spirit force, a spell of worshipping ghosts or spirits, unseen, unfelt, unheard, worshipping nothingness, amnesia, sleep of the conscious mind, spookism and idol worship, not knowing who you really are and who the evil one is, hate of self and kind, ignorance and worship of white ghost spirits called God, worshipping nothingness, ghosts and spooks, trickery, deception and hypocrisy, lack of worth and purpose. Religion is a spell. This spell was the creation of religion. The spell is enforced through religious propaganda that promotes the so-called holy scriptures such as the Holy Bible and Quran. Your pastors, preachers and imams, together with religious doctrine, keeps most of us spellbound, bound to the church or mosque and unable to think outside of a three-dimensional reality. There is so much more out there. By choosing an alien religion, by that I mean not of African origin, you are giving up your physical and spiritual powers to 6 ether forces which don't have your best interests. 9 ether beings, African people, were the first to exist and can reach the highest plateau of spiritual transformation. If you're thinking, why is he so against religion? Well, for many reasons. The first is that I choose to base my life on facts, whereas religion is based on faith. Religion was forced on us by our oppressors during slavery and colonisation, so how can it be good for us? I care more about my own traditional African religions, whether Nuwapu, the Orisha, and even animism. Another reason is, religion creates a very weak, docile mindset that people can accept anything, and one of those is poverty. Reverend Walter Mwambazi has a video on TED Talks, 5 major reasons religion is the #1 cause of poverty in Africa, where he suggests that religion and its cascading effects is the biggest obstacle to development, and also proposes a solution to how Africans can free themselves from religious slavery. The spell of Leviathan has caused us to be mentally blind, deaf and dumb to the evil reptilian deception. As a result, we wander aimlessly along the path of self-destruction, imitating white people who teach us to love the world and the things of this world. The Holy Tablets are sacred doctrine that I have promoted on my channel mentions Leviathan. Leviathan, the serpent people, one of the reptilian seeds or the Luciferians, have been trying to gain control over this planet for many thousands of Earth years. The English Bible is the manifestation of Leviathan, 6 ether and ghost. Leviathan, 6 ether, fire produces ghost and goat-like hair, dog hair, jackal-like hair. Leviathan is called Jesus and Baal, Lord, and ghost is called God and Christ. There is a special project underway by Leviathan to further leopardize and ghostize your race, the world of the woolly-haired people, by changing original hair, original colour, and original features to those of other races. In other words, destroy beautiful woolly hair and pretty dark skin by one-sided racial miscegenation, which is one-sided racial sexual mixing. It's this book that can break the spell of Leviathan, yes. The Holy Tablets are a collection of ancient texts created to break the spell of ignorance and prepare us for these end times. Most of the books by Dr. York and the Nuwapian doctrine reveal the truth behind many biblical lies and break down religion into common sense. There are many other authors out there. This is about having the right mindset to look for and accept the truth. Why do you think most of our women have such a problem wearing their own natural hair? The black hair care industry is worth millions. They are so obsessed with weaves and anything unnatural. This is a sign of self-hatred. It's not just fashion or an easy way to go out. They want to be white and live in the image of the beast. They are under the spell of Leviathan. Why do you think some pastors are millionaires? Because people are religious and will give their money to someone who they think is a man of God. But yet, African countries and neighbourhoods, even in America and the rest of the world, remain poor. Why do you think black people are so quick to mate with other races? Why do you think white people come to Africa and exploit us in sex tourism? And why many black people are so quick to submit to their sexual desires and perversions? Why do you think black people haven't come together to build another great civilization? Why do you think we respect other races more than we do each other? Why do you think all the rich black celebrities across sports and entertainment haven't come together to create foundations and build up Africa? Why do you think the African governments, with all the millions they generate, haven't put it back in the community and run off to Europe with all the money leaving the rest of the population destitute? It's because we are under a spell, family. It's because we are under the spell of Leviathan. The spell was cast after we had our barothry glands removed. You see, thousands of years ago, when we were once with our creator, we had access to a gland which gave us literal superpowers. The barothry gland was inserted into the hippocampus area of the brain. This gave us access to 4 higher senses: intuition, the art of mind perception; telepathy, the art of mental communication; psychometry, the art of object reading; clairvoyance, the art of seeing into other dimensions. Unfortunately, it was our own ancestors who took this from us, not the white man. The sad truth is we have been forced into this matrix from all sides. But they want to return and give us back our gland, only if we prove ourselves worthy. The time is now for great change and renewal. We must learn from the hidden past and create a ruling future. Awake! We are all walking zombies under the spell of Leviathan, and most of us are happy living in this illusion. We need the keys to truth in order to destroy the lies. We need right knowledge, right wisdom, and right overstanding, culminating together to form sound right reasoning, to destroy the enchantment and crush the head of Leviathan. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share with your network, and subscribe to the channel for more universal and spiritual truths. Shegun Starchild, Black Egyptians. You cannot stop my fate.